paper for class, and I chose to write it on child safety and the internet. All too often, we as parents, guardians, people in charge of children worry about the questions that come into our lives, like, when is a good time to start dating? Are those shorts too short? Will she break his heart into a million pieces and then do the jig like once it's all over? We worry about our kids and what they're exposed to. These, among other things, on the internet are just, the internet is a hard place for kids to be. 71.9% of cyberbullying occurs on the internet. When we open up our child to these, we have to take that into consideration. The internet is a gateway for cyberbullying, stalking, and pedophilia. We don't always think about who actually comes into our homes when we give our child computers and cell phones. And these are just the worst of the worst. But the good thing that we do provide for them is technology and information, and then having access to information to make better grades and to do better in school. And so we have to learn where that balance is. But among those, we need to go ahead and follow cyberbullying. One of the things that I do with my kids is I use TeenSafe, which gives me access to their cell phones. It lets me know who they're texting. It lets me know who's texting them. Because cyberbullying, according to the National Crime Victimization Survey, which only represents 9th through 12th grade, says that there is an estimated 22 million students that experienced cyberbullying in 2011. And that's just those grades. That's not going younger than 9th grade. 19.6 reported cyberbullying 1 to 2 times a month. 5.3% reported cyberbullying 1 to 2 times per week, and 3.1% of those reported it at least once, almost every day. Because of cyberbullying, suicide is now the second highest cause of death for children and adults between 15 and 24 years of age. Bullying victims are between 2 to 9 times more likely to consider suicide than non-victims. So when your children open up these tags and they read these cruel things from children their age, telling them, hey, go jump off a bridge, or, you know, I hate your hair, I hate the way certain things on you look, then that hurts. And so they are more likely to commit suicide because of that. 10 to 14-year-old girls may be even higher for risk of suicide. Nearly 30% of students are either bullies or victim of bullying, and 160,000 kids stay home from school every day because of fear of being bullied. The worst that I read were cases where girls would meet guys on the internet and then decide that it was a good idea to meet them. Most of them, their parents had told them not to friend people on Facebook that they don't know. Don't talk to people you don't know. Make sure that your phones are locked. You know, the parents took all the precautions, and yet the girls still chose to go out and meet these guys. And one of them was 17-year-old Andrea Hall in 2009. She was found assaulted and killed. She represented she had a resemblance to the fiance of the man that killed her, that had recently dumped him, and that's how come he killed her. The next one is Alexis Kane, who was found assaulted and repeatedly shot at a water park in Kansas. She had met a boy on the internet and decided to go ahead and meet them in person, or meet this boy in person, and he brought along 3 friends, and they assaulted her and shot her at the water park. Did you know that most kids are first exposed to porn at less than 11 years of age? An unsolicited image at the beginning of a long battle with porn causes that addiction once they are exposed at 11 years of age. 1 in 5 children ages 10 to 17 have been approached for sex online. 57% of kids have accidentally accessed inappropriate material online, and 75% of these young people do not tell their parents about these incidences. As I was telling you before, I use several different programs to monitor my kids, and it's no secret that I download my kids' cell phones and I download their computers. I want to know what they're looking at. Net Nanny is a great program that allows you to view what your children are viewing, to follow their web pages that they go to, and their instant messaging on computers. Another one that I found for cell phones, which is awesome, is TeenSafe. TeenSafe used to be able to track Facebook, but Facebook has gotten a little bit more tech savvy to where it does not allow TeenSafe to do that anymore. So they're finding ways around it. And so as parents, we need to continue to be vigilant in tracking our children's internet usage so that we can protect them and teach them the dangers of being on the internet as well. One of the things I like most about TeenSafe is, I don't think you can see here, but let me log into mine. Joey, we're about to bring up your cell phone.
Okay.
Did you know that was going to happen?
Is even if your child does not have a cell phone tracker on their phone, you can still locate them and where they've been throughout the day because they do have tracking on the phone. Right? We're glad our parents would have this, aren't we? You can also view their Instagram and who they're messaging on Instagram and who they're following and who's following them. That way you can ensure that they're safe. On the text messaging, you can read their text messages. Whether or not they deleted them from their phone, it doesn't matter. The text messages still remain. Their call logs are still all there, so you know who they're calling, and their web history. So this presentation was just to inform you of some of the dangers that are out there and to inform you of ways that you can also help protect your children.